Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Questlog. So this week, I figured I would talk about how my E3 predictions are going, since that is in full swing. And wow, boy, did Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft certainly have some interesting presentations. PC gaming one, not so much, but at least the content was pretty good. And Ubisoft, I think, had a pretty good one. But I'm just going to get right into it. So I had predicted there was going to be some Splatoon 2 talk, some Mario Odyssey talk, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, that there was going to be some sort of talk about Animal Crossing Mobile, and talk about Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And then some hopeful stuff, which I will get into. So out of all those, 3 out of 5 so far. No word on the Animal Crossing mobile game, as far as I could tell from what I watched. And they didn't really talk about Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. But there was, awesome presentations on Xenoblade Chronicles, Mario Odyssey. There was some Splatoon 2 matchups, which was pretty cool. But, I mean, as far as the stuff that I hoped, which was hoping that there would be some sort of Switch game or Pokemon Switch game, and then hoping that there would be some sort of Metroid thing, blew my mind beyond expectations. Metroid Prime 4 on top of Metroid Samus Returns. So not only 2 Metroid games. Weirdly enough, Metroid Prime 4 not being done by Retro. So I don't know what's going on there. Nobody knows what Retro's working on. So the mystery still stands. It's really bothering me. I want to know what Retro's working on. I need to know. Maybe because they haven't worked on anything since Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Is it another Donkey Kong game? I mean, I kind of hope not. Or if it's going to be a Donkey Kong game, I hope it's the best Donkey Kong game ever made, because it's been a long time. I would have hoped that they were working on Metroid Prime 4, but apparently it is a new development team, although it will be the same producer as the Metroid Prime trilogy. So that's pretty good. So yeah, absolutely bizarre. And then, there will be some core Pokemon game coming to the Switch. So if it's Pokemon Stars, if it's an adaptation of Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, if it's something new, if it's if it's Gen 8 as opposed to Gen 7, who knows? It is at least a year out, so 2018 at the earliest. So it could very well just be Gen 8. So yeah, it exceeded my expectations. And honestly, I was kind of playing it safe with Pokemon Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and there's still a couple days, and they may announce something for Animal Crossing Mobile. We'll see about that. But that Metroid Prime reveal. It wasn't even something I like Metroid. I wasn't exactly chomping at the bit for more Metroid. And I understand that there are people that are doing that. But when it came up there, and I'm seeing the space thing or whatever, I'm starting to get feelings. And then it starts to coalesce into that lightning bolt symbol. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God. I can't handle it right now. I'm having an emotional moment at work. I can't handle it. So it's beyond what I could have imagined. Being hopeful, but not at all expecting an announcement like that. So I'm super pumped. All the other stuff. Champions Ballad DLC for Zelda, I'm all in. And those amiibos, all in. Hashtag Vengeance for Mifa, Justice for Mifa. I'm super stoked for that. Oh, and the Metroid amiibo is a little squishy Metroid. I want more amiibo that are made of the non kind of standard materials or whatever. Like this little guy. You know, this is like my favorite amiibo. Because he's all adorable, and he's not made out of, like, the hard plastic and stuff. He's all made out of yarn and everything. And I didn't even have Woolly World. I didn't pick it up. Which makes me sad. But, yeah. Still, absolute favorite amiibo. And he's just, you know, a little tactile kind of thing. So, yeah, that's... I'm super stoked for squishy Metroid amiibos. What else? Out of the PC gaming one, 2 pirate games, Sea of Thieves and Skull and Bones. Sea of Thieves by Rare and Skull and Bones by Ubisoft. I'm all in. Pirate games, boom. Multiplayer pirate games, totally in. You know, Sea of Thieves is all about the exploration part, and then Skull and Bones is all about ship combat. It's like the 2 best parts out of Black Flag, and it just removed all the Assassin's Creed stuff that I really kind of could take it or leave it. Honestly, having it in there was like, you know, can I just be a pirate and not worry about all the Assassin stuff? And like go find treasure and on expeditions and stuff like that. And the aesthetic of Sea of Thieves, I really digging it. It's almost, I don't know. I'm really digging like the kind of bright, cheery, almost like cartoony atmosphere. Shooting yourself out of a cannon for traversal, like long range traversal, all in. I'm definitely going to be picking that up on PC, as well as Skull and Bones. If it's available for PC, I'm definitely picking that up. Hoping that other people can get in on that action, because I would totally love to form a team and make an armada. Or a fleet, if you will, of pirate ships and do some PvP. It's a case where, you know, like, I mean, things like Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, and stuff like that. It's like, you know, like I do the PvP, but it's like, you know, I still don't think I'm really that great at it and everything. I think that I could be pretty good at Skull and Bones. Maybe. Depends on the boat. But yeah, so set in the Indian Ocean, and different types of ships serve as different roles. So you know, developers at Ubisoft were saying that they'll be like analogous to like RPG classes, which I'm super stoked for. I'm totally stoked for this. It's just so great. And then Tunic, I'm definitely digging. I really want to see more of Tunic. Little foxy Zelda kind of game, super cute, little aesthetic. I you know, isometric RPG with action elements, and then just a really cute aesthetic. Sign me up. And it looks like Robin Hood from the Disney version. All in. It's so many great things to take away from that. And then the changes to PUBG, like, I might actually get into PUBG. Again, like, I'm not really a big, like, PvP, and especially not a shooter person. But, you know, just after watching the guys, you know, from the Core podcast, you know, Scott Johnson, John Jagger, and Bo Schwartz play that. I mean, it's hilarious. I would have to find a group of people to play with. Because that's half the fun, is just being dorky and everything while playing that game. Yeah. So, E3 2017. And then hearing Microsoft didn't really impress, I guess. that they don't have a whole lot of exclusives, and then Sony kind of came out and kind of knocked it out of the park with the VR stuff. Kind of interesting. Skyrim VR. I mean, I don't have a PS4, so I won't, but I am excited for Skyrim for the Switch. Like, I have it on PC. I've played it on PC. I've done all the mod. I've done a whole bunch of mods and stuff like that. But I'm still. I would not mind going back in, especially if it's portable, and playing it on the go. I can't wait. I can't wait. and then Mario Odyssey, you throw your hat at enemies, and you become that enemy. Like, you get sucked at, like, you possess an enemy. And, like, one of the things is, like, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And then you go rampaging around as a T-Rex. This is awesome. It's so awesome. And I guess one of the things is, like, you know, you throw it at, like, bullet bills to traverse and fly around. That's great. I'm totally stoked for this. And I'm really excited. It's been a long day. It's been a very emotional day with all the news coming out and everything. So yeah. ARMS is coming out pretty soon, I think. Right? I got to look up the release date, but it's coming out pretty soon. I think I'm actually going to trade in. I think I'm going to return Super Bomberman and 1-2 Switch, because we're just, at this point, we're not playing them all that much. You know, I got them for multiplayer. You know, when I do multiplayer stuff, people want to play Mario Kart, and that's kind of it. So it's like, you know, I mean, I'll pick up other multiplayer games that I hope people will play, or at least ones that, like, I'll enjoy playing on my own. Like 1-2 Switch, you can't really play it single player, and then Super Bomberman, I tried playing single player, and it just it definitely has the multiplayer appeal, but the single player is kind of lacking. And I just can't get past it, really. So it'll kind of be the first time that I actually, like, bring games back to trade it during a console's lifetime. So yeah. So that's kind of a new experience, but to get ARMS, I don't mind at all. Because I think ARMS is going to be a game that I can convince people to play. I don't know if I'll pick up Pokken Tournament. I really don't know. I have to see. Because again, like, it depends on who I can get to play these games. Like Mario Kart, I can get people to play Mario Kart. ARMS, I could probably get people to play ARMS. I'm trying to think what else is coming out. Splatoon, I definitely know that there's going to be people playing Splatoon. And I would like to pick up that, because I didn't pick up the original. So yeah. But solid E3 showing, people. And I think more companies should probably take a look at what Nintendo does for their E3 presentations, and maybe kind of follow that format. You know? And not do a live presentation, maybe. Because I think it looked better. You know, it's like you bring everybody to some sort of stage and you set it up on a screen and you just show it on a screen, as opposed to having people, like, do everything live. Because, you know, the production value just seems to be so much higher, because after all the technical problems and just like that were occurring with the Sony presentation, and then with both the PC gaming and the Xbox presentations, just people just, like, it seemed forced, like a PR thing, and, like, they didn't actually get people that were very excited about it. They're like that, or they may have been excited about it, but they didn't really convey that in their tone and body language. Yeah, I vastly prefer how they do things with the directs and the Nintendo presentations, and then the Treehouse Live, where they're, talking about it while they're demoing a game. Because it really puts it on, like, it really shows gameplay being the focus, as opposed to spending 20 minutes talking about Intel processors and how that affects gaming, which was a thing. And it was dreadfully boring, unfortunately. But so that is kind of where I'm at. So I scored a solid 60% on my actual predictions, and then actually scored 2 of my hopefuls, which I didn't expect to at all. And the fate of Retro Studios is still unknown, people. It is still unknown. We don't know what they're working on. So maybe one day they will let us know. And hopefully it's something really cool. We're going to talk more about a lot of this stuff on this week's podcast. It's going to be a huge E3 episode, so be on the lookout for that. As far as the comic this week, I was having some technical problems with my scanner and couldn't actually get something done. So it'd be postponed until next week. I mean, there really wasn't. It was kind of for a dumb joke anyways, so I'm not really all that sad that I have to postpone for a week. Maybe get something pulled out of E3. So yeah. Maybe pull some Metroid humor out of there. I always love throwing Metroids at the characters and how they react. So yeah, be on the lookout for those things, and we will get back to you with all sorts of E3 coverage on this week's podcast. So, signing off. Take care, everyone. Have fun, happy gaming, and enjoy your pie cake. Good night.